Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs, et welcome to la housewarming party de la Estefania de la. She never got the de la name, but that is not my fault, that is the game's fault. Anyway, we're at the housewarming party as mentioned, and we were questioned. That was pretty strange because it was pretty fast and I couldn't even read the answers fast enough. So, let's go and see what happens. It was unnerving to think about that she's all alone in a room with strangers if you forgot the last sentence, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd to me, bringing along someone I didn't know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
Oh, that is why they mentioned him. They want to make them a couple. Ah, well, that doesn't work out. I already have a spot in my heart for probably one of the gentlemen. Or Suzu or Naomi. I don't judge. Oh my god. Could you have made it more obvious that he's like, useless? He looks like he's drunk and or sleepy. With my mother stood a man who looked only a couple of years older than me. He smiled and held out his hand to me, silently asking for my hand.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
Hello, Andrew. Place your hand in his, simply nod to him. Come on, we're no assholes. Oh, maybe he really is a dating option. Ah. As I placed my hands in his, he raised it to his lips and kissed over my knuckles. Oh. I thought we were going for a manly handshake. Oh well. I felt my face burn slightly at the gesture. Andrew smiled at me before releasing my hand.
I'm honored to be invited here.
My mother smiled at both of us, which made me slightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew?
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson.
And you are not very creative, Mr. Andrew. Thank you. I mean, I can be nice, but Mr. Andrew, you are not the very smart man in conversation. Not the smartest man. Thank you.
You're welcome. Praise is very much deserved.
Yeah, wow. You're as good as flirting as I was in 8th grade. Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lips to cover his laugh properly before smiling at me.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
His name was Harold? So, the mother must be the Spanish part. The Estefania part. Is Estefania even Spanish now that I think about it? I have to research that. Anyway. Huh? Why?
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You've helped a lot with the success of the company without having to actually work there.
Oh wow, I didn't know he talked about me. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. I looked to Andrew, who had a kind face to me. I don't know, he looks a bit like... boy, I don't know. Like his half-opened eyes. Is that really supposed to be like friendly? It rather seems to me like sluggish. I don't know. But okay. I mean, he's nice, obviously. Or at least judging by the words he just said. Or the first few words. I'm too good of a person. When someone says something nice, I automatically assume he's a nice person. Something about him seemed off, and I didn't know what it was. Yeah, that is true. He seemed to be hiding something. Whether it was good or bad, I was not able to find out. I felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Next to me was my dad, giving his cold stare to Andrew, who suddenly became tense.
So, you're Jared's son.
Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was fear or insult, Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the hair had become, enough to break at the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Oh, so he is a rival. They're not. So the mother probably wants them to be a couple, and the father wants him out of the way of this as the CEO, I guess.
Well,
I stared at Andrew. This guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO? I thought the vice chairman wanted the position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
Of course not, sir.
And polite as well. Interesting.
If you'll excuse me.
Quickly, Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. Follow him, stay put. Why is that an option? Man. Also, I'm already starting overwriting shit. Where should I start? I'll just start with these where I actually just saved. Not be where I actually made decisions. That is actually not that easy. In reality, I doubt I would follow him in reality. It might be appropriate though. Well, maybe we'll find more out about him. So, why not follow him? I quickly followed Andrew, wanting to be sure he was alright. I felt a little embarrassed that my dad put him on the spot like that. I had to apologize. Why am I probably now, suddenly now getting the romantic pavilion, stuff like that? That was not meant like that. Don't get the wrong idea, young man. We wound up outside. The stars practically danced on the grass as we stood in the backyard of the mansion. It had been my first time in years being out there, but my thoughts weren't on the nostalgia. Sorry. I was with the controller on save. My bad. Hey, Andrew. Andrew turned to me in surprise. However, his face was completely red in both embarrassment and humiliation. I felt terrible.
Oh, I didn't see you or hear you following. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I should be the one to apologize.
What for? You didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, for the way my dad behaved. He shouldn't have been so...
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, I should have expected it and been more prepared.
Yeah, that is true, actually, now that you say that. Andrew rubbed the back of his neck and gave a goofy grin. It was intriguing, seeing Andrew's professional side, and then seeing a goofy smile away from everyone. Still, I'm sorry for that.
It's not a problem, really, but thank you.
We both smiled at each other before I reached my hand out to him. He tilted his head and raised an eyebrow in confusion. Estefania. My name is Estefania. Okay, we shake hands now. I like that better than the kissing shit. In understanding, his smile returned before I took my hand gently and shook it.
That's a pretty name. I'm happy to know it now.
Nah, it's not that nice. It's awesome. I decided it's your name.
I have to disagree with you. It's much better than Andrew. I mean, who names their kid Andrew?
A lot of people do.
But how about Axel or Ace? Something cool like that.
These actually sound like wrestler names. I couldn't help but laugh at him. He was pretty chill for a guy who was supposed to be a vice chairman's son. He grinned and laughed along with me. I don't know why, but I felt warm. Whether it was the almost non-existent breeze or the situations we found ourselves in, it felt nice.
Lewis.
And just like that, the feeling had vanished. We both turned to see my dad at the doors of the mansion, staring at Andrew with almost a deadly glare. Andrew straightened up, trying to maintain a business posture.
Yes, sir?
Your limo is in the front. The driver has requested that you return home. Now.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Oh, all right. Thank you, sir.
Did he just throw him out? Or did I get that metaphor wrong? Andrew quickly nodded to me before speeding back into the mansion to leave. As I took a step to follow, my dad stepped in front of me. Dad!
I don't want to hear it. Do not become friendly with him. He wants to take the company away from us. You have no reason to be friends with him.
Before I could retort, my dad turned away and walked back inside, muttering about how the party was nearing an end. I sighed and entered the house as well, wanting for the party to end immediately. Eventually, only Suzu, Naomi, my parents, and the incubi were left. You didn't even care for your friends in this party now, did you? Ah, you're a bad friend. Well, maybe she did off camera. Who knows? My dad suddenly walked over and placed a hand on my shoulder with a smile. I stared up at him, a wave of confusion washing over my face. What?
You did good tonight. I'm proud.
Go fuck yourself. Oh, thank you, Dad.
Keep it up and you'll be a good CEO.
Why don't you become the CEO yourself? Is it because you're an asshole and nobody likes you in the company? You may wonder why that is. But you probably don't because you're a self-loving ass. Oh, right.
All right. Your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
Hey, I got an achievement. Dad approves. Cool. Or maybe not. I actually don't want Dad to approve. But, I mean, like in conversation, what the fuck else should I have done? Anyway. Maybe this is like in general. Dad always approves no matter what I decide. I hope so. I really hope so. Oh, right.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party. We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
Right. See ya.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
Oh, but I just realized that now, but you, you say the eth, like this. You may, and I'm not making fun of the person, but the voice actor pronounces the S a little bit wrong. And I'm just saying this, I'm not making fun of her or something, but I did that as well back in the day. I did that actually as well. I think even the exact same thing. Fascinating. Will do. All 4 of my remaining guests left the building, all but my dad waving back to me. With the last of the guests gone, I sighed and sat on the staircase, exhausted. Phew, that was tiring.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Sam, you may be an asshole, but you got a point there.
Give her a break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
Hey, Matthew, don't be a bitch.
She handled herself the best she could.
As expected, princess.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up.
He has a point again. Actually, this time it wouldn't be okay.
Hush, Sam.
Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long.
Ho ho ho! It didn't take long to find you little shits after all.
Oh, the bad guy. I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. The voice from my dreams echoed through the air into my ears. I looked around, panicked, alongside the incubi. James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
In my dream, something else happened, James.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
Why can't I see the bad guy? I want to see the bad guy. All of us shot our heads towards the door, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open, revealing a sight I would have never expected to see. Whoa, what kind of imp are you, man? You're not looking scary. You're actually looking kinda, too bad you look like this. I actually feel a bit bad for you. Skin red as blood, eyes black and gold piercing into mine, roughened up clothes, and a pistol in his hand. Well, I don't see it. I saw a monster. Always remember, kids. Bad guys always wear leather clothes and a bandana around their neck. And the girls wear also leather clothes and they show off their midriff. That is how you know they are bad guys. Remember that, kids. It is important. I covered my mouth to not scream at the sight. Dried blood covered the bandana around his neck as he smirked at me and the boys around me. Beside the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like clothes.
Oh, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. He dead? We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, but...
What the fuck?
What?
What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over in aggravation. Luckily for my ears, it became quieter after its first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
Okay, now I'm kinda confused. Probably one of their superpowers, but who and why?
This place is protected.
Ah, cool.
What did you say, Shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
So you're a hellish imp, huh?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Ah!
Have you never read Harry Potter? You know, love being the best and greatest magic spell of all time. The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off the ground a couple of times before sliding further away, hitting the wall in a final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into black flame that disappeared into the air.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
Oh, really? Malix, that was his name. His existence resonated in my memory from the dream I had. However, I looked to Matthew in the same confusion as Malix did. This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Yeah, well then fuck him up. Malix's face grew to that of extreme anger, his fist tightening as if he was crushing a stress ball.
Then what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
Maybe you only have one gun? Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power, Malix wasn't going to fight. I took that chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like I was in the dream. Get out of my house! Fuck off! Leave them alone. You know, I am a man. You know that. You know me by now. You know me. I'm a man who enjoys a civilized conversation. But sometimes a good fuck off brings across the message best. Malix suddenly laughed wildly, staring at me in disbelief.
Whoa! Who let the bitch out of her cage? What is this? A reverse harem or something?
Oh well, yes it is. Malix grinned at me evilly, walking close to me. Run, duck, I can't. Duck. I ducked underneath Malix's incoming hand. Oh, I got an achievement. Can't catch me. Hehe. I stared at his hand and his black flame tattoo in surprise, as I took a couple of steps back from Malix. Matthew and Damien stepped in front of me, guarding me from Malix with their arms.
A quick one. I'm liking you more and more.
Yeah, this time I was prepared for this. This is actually... Okay, now I shit a lot on this game. But this was actually smart, like with the questions in the dinner hall that weren't probably that mega important, I guess. Or maybe for Dad's approval, I don't know. They trained me for this situation. So, good idea. Kudos to the creator. Oh yeah, no, I don't have to read that out.
Back off, Malix!
Don't start acting tough, you pathetic excuse of a demon. You need more protection than her.
Shut up!
Oh, did I make the little Matthew cry? Why don't you just grow a pair?
Yeah, I'm telling him this all the time, but what can you do?
Enough, Malix.
The woman who had been standing in the silence the whole time planted a firm hand on Malix's shoulder. Malix looked back at her with a growl and a glare that could kill.
Since when did you get the guts to speak out of place?
We both know you've never controlled me. I want them dead just like you do. But now's not the time.
Fuck off! I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Even if you did fight them, there's 5 against 2. We never win.
Shut up!
Let's go, Malix! We're wasting our time!
And what makes you think I'll just let you go? Well, probably we'll do that because we're stupid, friendly people. The two growled at each other. If they could have used their magic, I could sense that fire would glow from under their teeth. Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
Then Malix turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you.
Maybe fuck off wasn't the greatest idea now, thinking of it again. With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. So, what exactly stopped us from, like, roughing them up and torturing them in the cellar or something? What did us stop from that? Nothing? Nothing, you say? Oh, wonder. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once again. I felt my knees give out from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
Yeah. Why was he here?
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
Well, it took a while to find this one mansion in this gigantic forest.
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
Good point, Matthew. Why didn't we do that?
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
And for once, Sam, I agree with you. I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Malix, was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
I thought he was an imp. A devil? There's a difference?
Yes. Demons come from a different plane of existence called the Abyssal Planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know as hell.
Whoa.
Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
That coming from you. You assaulter. Oh well.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
So it's America against the Nazis. I got it. Why am I always shit-talking? I have no idea. Because, actually, I guess I have to stop for today. But, like, right now this game is actually interesting. Like, everything picks up, we get to get back info, backstories for the incubi. The story with Estefania and her dad develops. And we've got a new character in Andrew and all that stuff. And I'm still making stupid comments. Now it's me who's being unfair, definitely. So, you know, the game took its time. You know, the beginning was interesting. You know, the main problem of this game? It's an Otome game. As stupid as this may sound. As stupid as this may sound. But I really, really enjoy, like, the dialogues are well written. And, you know, the girls are likable, you know? The girls are likable, even though still a bit stereotypical, but at least likable. It's you guys who I really hate. And that's the problem. You're like the dating interests. Like, Damien is acceptable but blunt. And the rest of you, I really hate you. Especially Eric and close second to Sam. Like, God damn it. But now if it's more like action-filled with you people now, I can accept you as action-filled superheroes. I cannot accept you as dating interests. Because you're all stupid. Except for Damien, he's just kind of blunt. So, I think I blubbered enough now, did I? Yeah, I did. So, as mentioned, game is getting better. Well, I'm a fair man. Game is really getting better. So, and actually interesting. I'm actually intrigued for the next part, so that is good. So thank everybody for watching. Come back for the next episode. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.